Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. This is Michelle Irene with MakingMemoriesWithMichelle.com, and today I'm going to show you how you can use a single sheet of 6x6 designer series paper to make a single note card with a cute little strip on the inside plus a secret surprise envelope flap. Are you ready? We're going to take one 6x6 piece of the designer series paper, and this is the new Garden Impressions. Isn't it lovely? I absolutely love it. It is like watercolored, kind of a Monet feel on this side, but just a really beautiful, beautiful pattern. And we're going to be using our note card base as our size to get this to have a full card, an envelope flap, and that inside strip. So the first thing that you want to do is cut your designer series paper right down the center, and we're going to make this a 3-inch cut. Okay, so now I have two equal sizes of 3 inches by 6 inches, and I'm going to set one aside. Okay, so that's going to hide over there until we need it. Now, our second cut we're going to make at 4.5. So, if you line up your paper over here at 4.5. So now I have two smaller pieces. I have a piece that's 4.5 by 3, and I have one that's 3 by 1.5. And all of these measurements are going to be over on my blog today, www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. And I'm going to set all of that aside. Move my trimmer and bring in my note card. Now, the Stampin' Up! Note cards are 5 by 3.5. And so I have this petal pink already cut for us. And this measures, I have to read my notes here, because it's really early in the morning, 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. All I did was subtract a 1/4 inch from two sides of 5 by 3.5. And I'm going to find my adhesive. And I'm just going to add some to the back. I think I'm out. And adhere that to the card. And then I have this pretty, let's see, which one should we use? I'm going to go with this one, and I'm going to show you why. Because I'm going to take just a small corner and fold it down. Okay? And the reason, I just wanted to add just a little bit of contrast because I really liked both sides of that. Before I do, let's take this really pretty polka dotted tulle ribbon, and I'm going to just cut a little bit. Grab my glue dots here. And I'm going to pick one up on either side of my ribbon. You see how I just put that down and then I just lift it up? That way it doesn't lose its sticky if I use my fingers and pick it up. Okay, just wrap that around to the side, and let's see if I can find more adhesive over here. Oh, good. We're just using all sorts of adhesive this morning. I've been gone all weekend. I was at the beach, so I put stuff away, but now I have to get it all back out. Okay, and adhere that right down there. Then remember that little strip that I have here? I have a piece of Designer Series paper that's cut. The Designer Series paper, remember, was at 1 3/4 by 3 1/4, and then the cardstock, I'm sorry, the cardstock is 3 1/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to add this just here because we're going to decorate the inside of our card. Because won't that be a surprise when someone opens it up and finds something beautiful on the inside as well. Okay, and you still have plenty of room to write, and you can even write on the back if you need to. Okay, and let's finish decorating that. I'm going to take, on the card that I showed you earlier, I used a varied vases, but this time I need to send this to someone very special, and so I am using the Delightfully Detailed, and this is a really neat stamp, and I have my Melon Mambo ink. I'm going to just press and hold for a minute because there is a lot of ink on this image. Whoops. Did it upside down, but it won't matter, okay? And it says, so many of my smiles begin with you. I think that is a beautiful sentiment, and you could send that for anything. Okay, I'm going to grab my Big Shot really fast because we're going to cut this, whoops, cut this out. And I have my stitched shape framelit and my magnetic platform. I'm going to run this through really quick. There we go. Pop that out. Move that out of the way. A lot of movement here today. Okay, and then I cut out a black oval already, and I just wanted kind of a frame. I think that's going to look really pretty. Okay, and then some dimensionals. I have all these sheets of dimensionals started. Are you like that? I have just a ton. Where are they? Here we go. It's a brand new sheet. I'm really excited. The new catalog comes out soon, and you'll all be able to order this really pretty paper and the Delightfully Detailed stamp set. I want to set this down right here. You know what? Let's add just a little bit of adhesive behind that so it stays down. Add this here. And then we have some more of this tulle. I'm going to tie just a little simple knot on this side. Nothing too fancy, just enough to add a little character. Okay, and you can pull that how you like. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, now remember I told you I was going to do an envelope? Here's my piece of paper. And we're going to take this envelope flap here and this 6x6 piece of paper, okay? And we're going to line it up. So what you need to do is take your adhesive, and this is snail, and you want to run it as close to the edge as you can. Okay? And I do it in small little bursts so that it has a nice strong adhesion. Boy, I can't even talk this morning. Adhesion. Okay, so we're going to lay this right up against that seam and just smooth it down. And if you want, you know, you can take your bone folder and make sure it's nice and smooth. And then I have these older trimmers, and I'm just going to cut along my envelope. Okay, and just trim away all that excess. And this is the only paper waste that I have out of making that one simple note card and matching envelope. So your recipient is going to get this envelope, and you might stamp the outside of the envelope. I could do that too. Okay, and turn it over, and it's going to be a beautiful envelope, and then this beautiful card, and still a surprise on the inside. So, in just a few minutes, we created something very special, very homemade, and from the heart. I want you to know that all the measurements will be over on the blog this morning. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.